Hello, and welcome to People's Playground. So what is People's Playground? Well, People's Playground is basically my primal urges to murder someone without getting into any legal troubles. There are many ways to commit mass genocide in this game, which is an achievement, by the way, for just the low cost of killing 10,000 people. Well, if that sounds like a lot, you should try and get the extinction achievement, which is just by killing the low cost of 1 million people. Yeah, that's right. 1 million people. You just gotta kill 1 million people for this achievement. So, how do you, the man that commits multiple war crimes in this game, with your deepest, darkest needs of murdering, do these types of acts? Well, I'll show you. These are the areas that you could choose from. There's the Abyss, which is just a big giant T-shape with a hole that's just pure darkness, which you can dispose bodies that you're finished with, or you could just throw someone off the cliff and never see them again. The next one is Blocks, which you guessed it, has blocks scattered around the place. You can do the same thing in the Abyss map, but instead of never being able to see them again, now you can witness people falling to their deaths. Or you can just simply launch people off one platform to another just to see if they can try to make it. Ouch. The next one's Default. Yep, that's what it's called. I wonder what this map has. Nothing. Except you can basically do everything in this map. Like reenact the arrow scene from 300. Or drive a vehicle down the path just to run over some people. Or some weird overcomplicated murder machine. Just to do one simple task. Basically, this map is your open-ended sandbox map with no map special features. Humongous. It's like Default, but bigger. Hybrid is the next map, which has water, open areas, and lava, and a long tube. With also a hidden room. The map gives an interesting take on it, where you can make a boat to sail on the water, but small. A lava pit, where you can just throw things into the lava and watch it sink into the lava. And then, for the long tube. You probably guessed. Lava. Just like Default, but with a giant lava pit to be complete. Sea. Just like lava, but water. Meant for, like, big ship battles. Like, sea battles if you're interested in that. Slanted is like a giant hill that is meant for vehicles to roll down on, or just to spawn things up on the top and let them roll down and possibly crush people at the bottom. Small, just like Default, but smaller. It's very small. Snow, just like Default, but colder. Tiny, like small, but tinier. Tower is Default with a long tower in the middle, like a skyscraper, with some serious long drops. Void. Alright, on to the next part. So who can we commit our murderous tendencies onto? Well, there are 3 victims that we can use that the game provides us with. The first one is our fleshy, common man, the human. We'll call him John. John is fragile. John is also your most basic need to fulfill most of our needs to fill our psychopathic tendencies. Our next person isn't so fragile, but more durable than our fleshy little friend, the robot. Obviously, it's a robot. Like all robots, they have no emotion and feel no pain. But it is also very good at handling most things. The next one is an alien. The alien is the only one out of the 3 killable things that will attack the humans and the robots, which will spit green acid? I think it's green acid. We'll call it green acid. Weapons! We'll be going over a few both melee and ranged weapons, since there's quite a few of them and it'll make this video longer than it's needed. So, let's get on to it. Melee weapons. The game provides us with 18 melee weapons, ranging from chainsaws to a stick. Yes, you heard me right. A stick. You can beat someone to death with the stick. Or you could burn them with it by spinning it very, 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 very fast. Most of the melees are fun. Some of them you just whack others. Some of them you just stab. Or let John fall on. Now, onto the ranged weapons. Or, as I call them, guns. Now, for the ranged weapons, there is a total of 43 choices. Yeah, that's right. There's 43 of them. Ranging from the M134 to a fire extinguisher to a 120mm detachable cannon. Now, obviously, you got your most basic firearms, like the AK, to the Glock, or if you want to go pirate style. If you think they have this gun, more than likely, it may be here. Explosives. Probably one of the few things that allows me to experiment on what would happen if John stood point blank to either a thermonuclear bomb or just, you know, a regular plastic explosive. Vehicles. Now, obviously, you saw the bus from the previous one. Now, let us show some others. There are cars, your most basic tool for vehicle manslaughter. Then we got a train wagon for our more so heavy type vehicles for deadly results. The hovercraft. It hovers. The tank, or a M1 Abrams version of the tank used for military tactics. Truck, or your traditional 10-wheeler for transporting some goods. And the last one is a bike, for those that like to exercise or needs to get some. I do need to get workout. Gadgets, or mechanical stuff. Now, there are a lot of tools in this game that you construct murder machines. or just to do some epic testing, John. Or you could just create a black hole maker. Biohazards, or as this game calls them, syringes. Now, we're getting up to the science experiments where we can inject John to many questionable needles into his system without any questions whatsoever from the local authorities. Or we could just straight up give John the zombie virus. These are your building blocks, or your buildings. They're more so the general stuff, just to build scenarios for John to be stuck in to meet his ultimate demise. Really, not a whole lot of talk about this in this section, since the items here are, like I said, mostly building blocks. It's what you could do with John. Isn't that right, John? Mods. So, People's Playground is supported by the Steam Workshop community, which creates either awesome add-ons or pre-built creations for John to die in. Now, some of my favorite mods in People's Playground is mostly the weapons, since it gives me more of a variety in how I can kill John in multiple ways, like blowing it up with more explosives, or just using a firing squad with different weapons that I can choose from. I'll show you from some of these clips on how you can play it. Or, it's just up to you on how you want to play this game. So, People's Playground is an open-ended sandbox for psychopathic needs and for ethical testings. If you want to buy People's Playground, it's on Steam for just the price of $10. That's up to you. I'm not influencing other things or anything, but it's just up to you. It's a really fun game, and you can create some really questionable things sometimes in it. So, have fun killing if you're ever gonna get this game. I will see you guys next time. Later.